What's up, team? It's KG here, and I've got a really fun cardio and core workout coming your way. Full body movements will have your heart racing and your body firing. You don't need any equipment for this workout, so you can hit it anytime, anywhere. Let's get straight into our warm-up. We're gonna start kneeling with some wrist stretches. So I want you to set those hands underneath your shoulders, knees are under hips, then flip the hands so the fingertips face towards your knees. Start to take a generous circle around in one direction. So you get to really rinse out that wrist, a little bit of a stretch into that forearm. We'll go one more time in this direction, and we switch it up. So your hips can start to move a little bit. You can take them a little side to side, but really prioritizing getting those wrists nice and ready to move. From here, we'll flip the fingertips around the regular way and tuck those toes, and we come into a little plank saw in this high plank position. We're gonna add in that circle just a couple of times on each side. So again, working those wrist stability and telling us to activate our core right from the beginning. From here, we're gonna lift the hips nice and high into an up dog, down dog flow. So we start with our down dog. We press through the hands to reveal the chest as we roll forward into a beautiful up dog position, and then lift the hips back nice and high in that down dog, driving heels towards the floor, driving the chest through. Now, when you press into that down dog, it's a beautiful moment to get a big shoulder stretch. So really milk it when you get back there. You've got 10 seconds left. Maybe you start to pick that tempo up just a little bit. We're going to drive forward into a nice high plank position. Right foot steps outside the right hand. We reach the arm up towards the sky, big rotation, eye gaze follows. Lay the forearm down inside the instep of the foot. Reach the arm up one more time, and then we step right foot back, left foot steps outside left hand, and we repeat. So big reach, lay that forearm down, and switch. This is a really beautiful stretch to open up the hips, but also the thoracic spine. So your eye gaze following that hand is really gonna help maximize that upper back stretch. Last one. And now you're going to step both feet outside your hands. We come into a bottom-up squat. So knees are tracking out over the toes. Arms lift all the way up. Press to stand. With slight bend in the knees, we hinge at the hips, dropping fingertips towards the floor. Back down into our squat. Arms reach. We press all the way up. So again, we focus on continuing to open up those hips. Nice warm-up for the glutes. Use that breath. Drop all the way down. Arms lift. Let's go one more time. Drop down. Reach those arms all the way up. Press to stand. And now we come straight back down to the floor to set up to a bear crawl in our first working round. Hands are under shoulders. Knees are set under hips. We're on the move. Let's go. So we're here for 45 seconds. We want to think about control and really beautiful conscious hand placements each time. So when you step forward, you want to make sure that you're not disrupting this framework. So we're working for 45 seconds. You'll get to rest for 15 after this, and then we hit our next drill. The way it's going to work is that our drills progress a little each round. So let's get really familiar with them in each working block. You've got 15 seconds left here, little recovery coming up afterwards. Keep those hips super steady. You're up on your feet in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Draw yourself up. All right, building up off that squat we were just doing, we take it into a squat to a walkout. So you'll squat all the way down, hands walk out to high plank, walk back in, ground the heels, reach all the way up. 45 seconds, you and me, let's do it. So squat down, hands walk out, walk them all the way back in, ground those heels, reach up. So this should feel like a beautiful hip opening. And then when you crawl those hands out into your high plank, make sure that each time you press the palm into the floor, it's a really conscious placement of the palm. What do I mean? It's not scrimped up, it's firmly pressing in. That's really key for when we start to hit burpees, which are coming very soon. All right, you got 15 seconds left. So try and nail the landing of those heels nice and quick. Micro break coming. Watch me for the demo of a flight burpee in 3, 2, you're resting, in 1. So I'll shoot out into a plank position, feet jump nice and wide, shoot straight up into the air. 45 seconds, first real burst of that heart rate. We're taking off in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So what are your options? You can start to step back, step in, and stand. Otherwise, you're staying with that real tempo piece. Now, what I need you to focus on is that when you jump back into your plank, your hips stay really nice and lifted. So you're not starting to sag through to the floor. Hands are really consciously placed underneath the shoulders. So you're in a really good, stable position. You've got 20 seconds left. You'll get a little recovery after this. Come on, let's work. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Okay, round 2. Told you we'd be adding on that bear crawl. We're going to crawl out into a push-up position at the end. It's a tricep push-up. So elbows need to graze right past the rib cage. Woo. Here we go. In 3, 2, and 1. So start from your bear crawl. Feet stay fixed. Hands crawl out to high plank. Lower into the push-up, then walk hands back. Again, knees stay low. Your option, you'll drop knees to the floor to modify that push-up, then tuck the toes, lift the knees, crawl back into that bear crawl. Now keep moving for me. You've got 25 seconds. I want you to think about your hips. How steady are they staying? Keep them super controlled, knees very close to the floor, okay? All of these pieces add up to us getting the best movement possible. We've got 10 seconds left. Slow it down a little in this one. You're in a recovery in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push up to your feet. We change it up to a single leg squat to walk out. So all my weight goes into my right leg to start. I'm going to cue you through it, okay? So you'll squat down, single leg squat, walk all the way out to a high plank, walk hands back in, single leg squat back up, then we change leg. You ready? Let's go. So dropping down with control, walking out into that high plank, find a half-second pause, crawl back, ground the heel as soon as you can, and then we switch. Single leg squat to walk out, one of my absolute favorite drills, because if you're really finding that connection down through the heel, you're going to feel that work go up the back of that leg and deep into the inner thigh. Now to get more from it, you want to try squat a little lower on both the squat on the way down and that squat on the way up. The squat on the way up is really where we can get some major work done. Let's go one more. Then you've got a little recovery before those burpees. And push it up. Whew. Okay, flight burpees next. We call them a flight burpee because we're focusing on speed. So I want you to be in the air more than you're on the ground. That's why we've taken the push-up out. We're purely going for pace. All right, you know your options. We're taking off in 2 and 1. Let's get it. Continue to jump those feet nice and wide, straight outside your hands. So this position here sets you up to explode into the sky. If we jump in with our feet really close, our hips are closed off. So we can't push from the floor to get really high. So that's going to be a key thing for you to watch in your technique. We've got 10 seconds. Come on. Let's blast it out. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Okay, 15 seconds. Don't go anywhere. We're going straight back into that same combination. So bear crawl to tricep push-up. We're going to focus on a very slow and controlled tricep push-up. It's going to feel so good. So set those hands, set your knees, tuck your toes, knees lift just off the floor, and hands start to walk out. Stop them at high plank. Really slow tricep push-up. Use an exhale to come up, and then walk your hands back towards your knees. They stop under shoulders. We start again. So even if you're on the knees, you can still take a super slow tricep push-up. So fight that momentum. Get all that beautiful work in the body. I love a tricep push-up because it feels so good when you start to nail it. So keep those elbows super tight. You've got time for one more. We've got 5. You've got a little break in 4. You'll be on your feet in 2 and 1. Single leg squat to walk out. So second time through on this, you should have more confidence. So what I want to see is that you're really dropping low. You've got 2 squats per rep. So don't waste either of them. All right, here we start. Right side, 2, 1. Dropping all the way down. Then I can go for a little more speed as I walk out. Ground that heel as soon as you can so you can get more range as you drive up. Great job, almost there. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we got one more round of those burpees, so why don't we level up and let's throw in a push-up if you want. Otherwise, you stay with that flight burpee. If you're gonna add the push-up, it looks like this. Drop down, lower, jump in, and reach. 45 seconds, and 2, 1, let's go. So a big thing when we add a push-up into a burpee is a lot of the time our hips start hitting the floor. I would love to see you nail this floating position, okay? So why would we give the floor our energy when we could keep it in our body? So really use your core strength to control. Then you drive out of the base of the push-up, jump the feet in quickly, and use power to explode up and away from the floor. You got 5 seconds, at least one more rep. 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Whew. All right, well, on that note, let's add in a little bit more movement. So some agility. We're going to be working 45 seconds, 15-second rest, same time that we've been going with, okay? You know what you're doing. But we've got a lateral shuffle into a flight burpee. So you're going to squat down, hold that weight into your legs. You'll take a little travel sideways, hit your flight burpee, jump, travel sideways, hit your flight burpee, okay? 45 seconds, you and me. All right, we get to do this twice. So first round, let's really focus on nailing our form with a bit of speed. Second round, we're gonna layer in even more speed. All right, lateral shuffle to flight burpee in 2, 1, let's go. So in that shuffle, I want your eye gaze to stay dead ahead. Your hips are the same, okay? So try and be conscious that you've got this direct line of vision all through here, so your body is moving sideways using your glutes and your inner thighs. When you're dropping back into that burpee, we've already done all of our burpee practice, so you know exactly what you were doing. You got 12 seconds left. Let's do at least one more rep on each side. 15-second recovery coming. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Breather for you while you watch me set up. We've got a side climber. You start in a high plank position. Both feet and knees will jump to one side. So knees come towards my left elbow with my right knee being closest. So I've got a nice rotation. My feet jump together. Try it with me. We go 2 and 1. So I'm trying to connect that knee to opposite elbow, and I've got this rotation of my core. My hips are staying low. So I have to keep my upper body strength nice and confident and forward over my hands. If you need to modify, you'll take a diagonal climber. So slow it down, find that tap. Otherwise, I want to see you really mastering that rotation, keeping those hips low so you can get a little bit more work in the core. All right, we're almost there. We've got recovery coming. 15 seconds. Let's go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, okay. Standing. Great. Squat jump to split jump. Even better. Looks like this. Feet start wide. One squat jump, one split jump. One squat jump, I switch to the other side. Ready? Let's go. 45 seconds. So I love these short recoveries because they don't allow us time to talk ourselves out of the work. If you need to slow it down for a second in order to stay up, I want you to modify. Take out the jumping, squat, step back lunge, squat, step back on the other side, okay? So if you're gonna slow down, you're gonna really focus on range. If you're focusing on speed, you still need to catch that range, but think about being really light through your body. So it's almost like you've got this beautiful lift and this buoyancy through your lower body. Almost there, recovery is close in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good news, round 2. So sprinkle in some more spice for me. We're gonna start to move with more precision and more power. So lateral shuffle, flight burpee, 2, 1, let's go. Come on, use those glutes. 25 seconds, don't waste a beat. You got it, okay? You've layered in so much work to get to this point. It would be so sad to sell yourself short. Internal dialogue is on, glutes are on. You are ready to perform. You've got 10 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Side climber. So there's a lot of up and down in this. Why? Drives our metabolism crazy. That's what we like. So try and focus on the version of the move that I'm doing. Modify when you need to. We got 3, 2, and 1. Find time to connect back in the center of that move, okay? So there's a strong plank in between each hip switch. You've got 15 seconds, okay? Keep the control. Little break coming for you in 10. On your feet to recover in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, bring it up. Squat jump to split jump to finish. Lower body blast, okay? So keep that head lifted, chest is lifted. Nice deep breaths coming in. You know the option if you need it to take those jumps out. We go in 2, 1. So when we lower into that split jump, we want to think about knee placement, right? My front knee is over my front ankle. My back knee goes under my back hip. When I operate from a point of control, my body has its most potential to work to its best and give you the best results. Okay, so focus on that. You've got 25 seconds left. Each and every repetition, you need to be so dialed in and telling your body where you want your limbs to be. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Woo. 60-second breather. Great time to grab a drink. You have done amazing. All right, we're gonna bring it down to the floor. We've got a little core action for you. You're gonna love it. We start with a high plank position. It's called a plank jack. So my hands will sit under my shoulders. Legs extend back into a nice strong plank position. Just watch while you continue to breathe. Keeping your hips super stable. You'll jump your feet out and in. Okay, so control the butt from being up here or sagging low. Think about a lift through the core. We go in 3, 2, and 1. Let's get it. Beautiful. So good. Okay, so the intensity of this drill actually comes from being able to control it. What do I mean? If I go super fast, my butt might be bouncing up and down like I'm in a rap video. It's not what we're here for today, okay? Keep it controlled. Keep that long, flat position. All you're gonna do is lower your elbows down to the floor into a forearm plank. We transition to a power climber. So knee goes towards same elbow. Think about opening your chest through to the floor. So exposing that beautiful collarbone. Now you're driving that knee as close as you can towards the elbow. If that's too restricting for you, you stay up in the high plank, you draw knee to same elbow. Okay, you got 2 options. Neither of them were quitting and taking an extended recovery. So for 10 seconds, feel that burn. Yes, obliques, you're welcome. You got 5, rolling onto your back in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick setup for a single leg hip bridge. Fingertips can touch the heels. From here, pull back through both heels evenly so you can slide your energy back through your heels without actually shifting your foot. Left foot stays pressing into the floor. Right leg comes nice and high. Lower hips down to tap. Reach all the way up. So the focus is pushing down through your left foot into the floor, pulling back like crazy through that left heel so you can feel the burn, transferring up the back of that left leg into the base of the glute. Hands want to press firmly into the floor so you can open your collarbone and you can make those arms work at the same time. Good, keep pulling back through that heel. You've got to remind yourself every rep. It's a straight change over to the other side in 2 and 1. This time we're pulling back through our right heel, flexing our left foot. So the controller is always the foot that's on the floor. You're almost there. There's a micro recovery coming up after this. Come on, pull back through that heel a little extra. I promise you this is not work that you want to miss out on. Big lift. Think about the neck being relaxed and long on the floor. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, little breather. Okay, we do it one more time. So you know exactly what you're doing. So what is the opportunity? We're gonna level up. So we're gonna do that through really, really precise technique, and we're gonna focus on committing to every single working second. No dropping out early. All right, let's roll over. We're gonna start to set up for our high plank position. So let's think firm hand placement into the floor. We push back into the high plank, wrap through the elbows so the arms get to work a little more, and here we go. 30 seconds, jump those feet out and in. A beautiful control through those glutes. Stabilize those hips. Keep rocking that body weight forward over the hands. You've got 10 seconds left before we lower down onto the forearms for our power climber. Lowering to the forearms in 3, 2, and 1. Forearms come down, knee crunches to same elbow. Let's focus on a nice long flat back. And even if your knee doesn't touch the elbow, the intention is that you're getting it as close as you can without disturbing your form. It's going to be a really smooth transition into our single leg hip bridge. So we'll roll over onto our back in 3, 2, right leg goes up, and 1. Here we go. Flip it around, time trial, pull back through those heels, lift that right leg up, press down, and lift. So remember, your left leg is in control. So can you stamp that foot completely into the floor, pull back through your left heel. So good, almost there. We're gonna transition to the other leg, coming up in 7, 6, 5. The transition takes place when the hips are high in 3, 2, 1. Lower the right leg, extend the left, let's go. Pull back through that right heel. You have to remind yourself every single repetition so you don't lose one beat of work. Come on, make those glutes really work. You've got 10 seconds left. Little break coming up before we hit abs round 2. You've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can stay lying down, okay? This is where we're gonna start. Don't get excited, it's not a full rest. We start with the hands pressing firmly into the ground just as they were. It's a single leg extension. So knees float to tabletop position, feet are flexed. One at a time, we're gonna extend one leg away. Exhale to draw it back to starting position, and we alternate each time. 30 seconds, let's go. So think beautiful long neck, just resting on the floor. Hands are pressing in nice and firm. Don't underestimate the work that will create in the arms. And then as you extend that leg long, can you hold the other leg in place and then exhale to draw it back to starting position. So we're trying to control from our lower abs, not our hip flexor. We're gonna turn it into a double leg extension in 5, squeeze the heels together in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels squeeze together, toes apart, big press away. Now exhale and squeeze the heels to come back to starting position. All right, my favorite drill is coming up after this, crisscross. It's gonna require a setup of the hands. So hand over hand is gonna come behind the nape of the neck. We roll up to the tips of the blades in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll up to the tips of those blades, right leg extends out, cross up and over across the left, lift higher as you come through center, switching up over and to the right. Now continue to lift higher each and every time you rotate. Go slow, and those shoulder blades are not coming close towards the floor. You got it. We got one drill left after this. Come on, you can do it. Ten seconds, we float up into a teaser position. We add a rotation in 6, 5. You can grab around the back of your legs in 3, 2, and 1. Roll up, teaser, squeeze those heels together, clasp your hands together. You can rotate, so eyes are gonna follow those elbows, coming across right around the body. We're trying to keep those legs super still, knees in line with each other, really feeling a burn into the intercostals, and through our lower abs, if we continue to scoop and round through that lower back. You've got 5, recovery in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Drop down. Okay, we get to do that one more time, and then I promise we're stretching. So can we make a deal? For this second round, we're gonna have the head lifted. We're gonna feel more of a burn in those upper abdominals. I promise you it's worth it. So roll yourself down. We take hand behind the head, so I like to layer them like this so I can really drop my head into my hands like a weight. Float the knees to tabletop position, feet are flexed, roll up to the tips of the blades, and here we go. We extend one leg out at a time, exhale, draw it back in. Switch. Control with that breath. That's our key to advancing our ab work, is really finding that connection with our breath. We turn it into a double leg extension. Don't drop the head. Heels squeeze together in 3, 2, and 1. We squeeze the heels to try and stop that hip flexor from taking over. So control all this work from here. So each time you exhale and pull your legs back in, you want your belly to pull back in towards you rather than puff up, okay? So really controlling that movement, going slow but feeling a really deep burn. You've got another 10 seconds here. Then we transition into our crisscross. I know, you should be feeling that burn right about now. Don't worry. We've only got 1 minute of work left. Okay, right leg extends out. We cross up and over towards the left, come higher as we come through center, and switch. Keep dropping that head into those hands like a weight. Feet are flexed. We've got nice energy through the legs. 12 seconds. We're going to roll up into that teaser. Last drill in 5, 4. Grab your hands around the back of the legs in 3, 2, and 1. Roll up, find that balance. Hands can be however you like. Maybe you want to hold them out like you're twisting with a towel, okay? Otherwise, hold them together. It's up to you. I like to hold them together and think about tapping my elbow around and behind me. So my upper body is kind of rotating with my eyes, but from belly button down, it's all staying still. Almost there. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly roll your body down. Hug those knees in towards your chest. Woo! That is a real ab burn to finish. We're going to stretch lying down from here. You've done enough hard work today. So right foot's going to cross over that left knee. Open the knee out to the side, flex the right foot, and really push pressure into the left knee. So we're trying to open up this right hip, right glute. Now you can hook your hands around the back of the left leg, flex the left foot too, and if you want even a little bit more, you'll roll up to the tips of the blades. Keep opening that right knee out to the side. Beautiful. Left foot plants down. You're going to stretch that leg nice and long, tilt the toes down towards your face, hamstring stretch. Try and keep your right hip plugged into the floor. You can take a few ankle circles for me, so go 3 in each direction. Beautiful, and we lower that leg down, we switch side. Left foot crosses over right knee, open that left knee out to the side. Set that up first, and then we hook around the back of the leg. We keep pressing the left foot into the right knee, and vice versa, and opening the left knee out to the side so we can maximize the stretch here. If you rolled up on the other side, you'll do the same here. And release down. That leg's going to extend to the sky, hamstring stretch. Tilt those toes down towards your face. Try plug this hip down and give me those ankle circles. Beautiful. From here, we're going to cross the feet, roll up, flip ourselves around nice and quick into a down dog position, and we're going to push through and hold into this nice up dog, opening up the front line of the body. Take a little glance over one shoulder as you tap the opposite hip down, and switch. One more time each side. Push back into a resting child's pose. And take 3 deep breaths from me here, really reaching those fingertips nice and long. So beautiful release in those shoulders. From here, you push yourself up to a comfortable seat, and you are done today. You absolutely crushed that workout. It's short, it's sharp, it gives a good sweat, hopefully a good smile. Can't wait to see you next time.